Okay, hello everybody. I recorded this video already. I did. I'm not gonna lie. But my input for my audio from my microphone here, yeah, that wasn't selected. It was 33 minutes long. It was all of my day 2 players. So instead, I'm just going to give you guys my favorite defensive players from day 2. I'll try to remember where all of them went. I think I could actually tell you surprisingly enough, but yeah, I have about 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 of my favorite day 2 defensive players for you guys. 4 of them are linebackers. One of them could be a linebacker. I have a DB in here, a cornerback, and then I should have added another corner. I'm gonna do that, and then I'll have 3 defensive linemen for you guys. So hopefully you guys are up for it. Make sure to skip through the video as you guys will, but make sure at the end of the video or whenever you're done watching to consider liking and subscribing. I would appreciate you doing both of those. I will add that DB and we'll get right into it. And starting, you guys already saw it. It was Drew Sanders, 6'4", 235 linebacker. All 3 of these green boxes mean good, and well, not good at like whatever, but it means a good ceiling, I guess. We'll put it that way. Sanders was a big signing for Alabama in 2020. Whatever, he played at Alabama, yes, and then it was actually Arkansas's star here on defense. And then NFL comparison was Tremaine Edmonds. A unique linebacker prospect with the physical traits, athleticism, and skill set to be deployed as an inside linebacker or stand-up edge rusher. That needs to be that's all that needs to be said. You guys can look at all these: long, explosive, rangy, and versatile. Crazy can line up at inside linebacker, outside rusher. Possesses athletic ability to beat tackles around the edge. Lateral scrape quickness to beat blockers to the spot. Capable in sideline to sideline pursuits. Weakness, just one season as full-time starter. I don't care. I know it's a small sample size. It might be a 1-year wonder, right? You hear about that. I don't think so. We'll need to add more mass and base strength. Fair. That's completely fair. But at 6'4" and 235, I think that you have the frame to add a few more good weight there. Some change of direction, delay in coverage isn't horrible, and the fact that there's some here, it's a little less brutal. Allows runners to slip away from his grasp isn't as good as what you want to hear here. But Drew Sanders, huge upside, still a very high floor as well. Drew Sanders should be a pretty good player in the league. Go to the next guy, Trenton Simpson. I'm doing these position by position, so we'll see 4 linebackers and then 3 DBs and then 3 linemen. So here at linebacker, Trenton Simpson, 6'2", 235, a little smaller, ran a 4.43, ran a 1.55 10-yard and had 25 bench presses there. Chiseled weak side line. Really, they use chiseled. That's pretty funny. Rare speed for the position to run down the action in all directions. Starting experience as inside and outside linebacker. Blazing speed, ideal traits to use as a spy. So that is what you want to take it for. Against Lamar Jackson, you might appreciate someone like Trenton Simpson a little bit more on your defense. Explosive charge forward when activated as a blitzer. So you've got a lot of strengths here from valuable strengths here from Trenton Simpson, along with versatility. But weaknesses really come with gets bumped and bounced by climbing blocks. So a lot of them come with his size and whatnot. Below average feel for attacking blocks with timing. That one is a little weird. Sinks into the mess unnecessarily while diagnosing. That one is also a little weird. You don't really like to see that, but you can break his habit enough with enough coaching and film breakdown at the next level. Pursuit angles to sideline can run too steep. That can be adjusted. You kind of just have to give him a variety of different runners in practice or something like that. You just need to really work with him. Moments of coverage confusion in 2022 isn't horrible. Everyone's got their moments, and Trenton Simpson had a lot of experience, an outside linebacker leading to his inside linebacker, which I think we're headed on to the... Oh, wait, I forgot to give you guys the where they went. So Drew Sanders went in my 3-round mock draft at number 36 to the Los Angeles Rams. Trenton Simpson went, I'd like to say, 42 or 43 to the New York Jets. That one as well, and I think that was a pretty good one. And then moving on to the next player right here, best inside linebacker in the class, Jack Campbell, pure inside linebacker, 6'5", 250, 31, almost 32-inch arms. First best, the best athletic linebacker. They have him ranked 3rd, probably behind the 2 guys I had before this. and then runs 4.65 at 6'5", 250. So not bad at all. Inside linebacker is built for the box and plays with good overall physicality. Really good. Really, really good. Strengths, big, long frame for the position. Feel for blocking schemes and a nose for the action. Able to step downhill and neutralize lead blockers. This guy is just everything that Dan Campbell wants. Yes, I had him going, I think, at 48 or 45. It could have been one of the two. Oh, you know what? Trenton Simpson could have gone at 45. So it's Trenton Simpson, somewhere early 40s to 45, 42 or 45. And then Jack Campbell actually went 48 to the Detroit Lions in the draft. Remember, this could be wrong, but I did a mock draft. I know Jack Campbell went to the Detroit Lions early in that second round, so that's also pretty good. Weaknesses aren't as severe as some of these other ones. Plays conservatively in his second level perch. I don't really care too much about that. Initial diagnosement, movements lack suddenness, allows climbing blockers into frame before punching. Needs to play off blocker with better efficiency. Tall center of gravity, slows change of direction in open field, lacking desired short area bursts in pursuits. Longer legs hinder ability to match man in coverage. So it's not horrible. There's definitely things in there that are just like you can't kind of fix up just because he is so big, but that's something you value at the position. I don't think you can really play into that. But if you're this next guy who is a former DB, you guys probably know who it is. Marvin Overshown. I really love this player. You guys can read his overview right here. Former safety turned linebacker, slowly but surely improved his feet and recognition over the last 3 seasons. Whether playing inside or outside, Overshown will need to get stronger and more effective at taking on blockers and tackling with security. I don't care. This guy ran a 4.56. I understand he's 230. Probably should run a little bit better than that. But still, people kind of forget how good that is. Still incredible. You guys see total scores all around aren't great, aren't fantastic, but pretty good. Made huge strides at the position from 21 to 22. Isn't bad. Hustles downhill to meeting point when he trusts his eyes. Excellent awareness to routes when dropping into coverage. That's kind of where that former safety kind of plays into, or DB. Athletic blitzer when his number is called. So you've got this former defensive back who's an athletic blitzer when his number's called, perhaps off the edge through one of the gaps in the middle. It could be whatever. Weakness, frame is sleek, but a little slender. Will need to bolster his play strength for the NFL. Must become proactive. Attacking blocks, has trouble sitting down and leveraging his run fits. Need to get off block a little bit more, off block more cleanly to tackle. Allows too many broken tackles in space. So that will be my top 4 linebackers in the class, and they're all day 2 prospects. Is there any day 1 middle linebacker? I don't think so. So these are kind of my favorite inside linebackers and whatnot. So hopefully you guys can appreciate that. Moving on, we'll start with the DBs, and this is there's 2 corners and then Antonio Johnson, who plays safety. I have him going at 45 to the Green Bay Packers. I have him going to 45 to the Green Bay Packers, and the 3-round mock draft I keep mentioning. His athleticism score obviously is low. I don't really care because he still plays incredible downhill, despite the 4.52 and 1.57. 1.57 isn't horrible. Big athletic safety with versatility to line up over the slot or inside the box for an additional run support. I think that's crazy. Combines pro size with pro physicality, attacks blockers and diagnoses quickly, puts every bit of his frame into ball carrier when tackling, can play box, safety, or big nickel. It doesn't matter. Able to line up over big targets in the slot, rapid response on both route breaks and quick game throws, transition acceleration, keeps him close in man coverage, charges through pass catchers to jar the catch loose. And then we move on to his weaknesses here, which short list, something to like here for sure. Not as consistent as a tackler when playing. Comes in hot and will overflow the target point. Inconsistent coming to balance as an open field tackler. Backpedal and upright and lack bending. Oh my goodness. Allows too much cushion from off-man looks. Cover talent diminishes the deeper he gets. So it's kind of coverage that he kind of struggles with the most, but NFL comparison is Kyle Duggar, and I will take that for sure. Antonio Johnson should be a very good player at the next level. I think at a safety-needy team with the Green Bay Packers at 45, he can start immediately and make an impact immediately. You give him that chance. Maybe he becomes like a 3-year starter for you, and maybe that 3rd year he really takes that step. Moving on to the next guy, the next 2 corners I have, but Tariq Stevenson is one. He has it all. 6 foot, 200, long arms, ran in the 4.45, 1.51 10-yard splits, really good. Just an incredible athlete for sure. For a guy of his size, big cornerback with size and play strength to help match up with bigger receivers in the league. Stevenson is patient but physical and press man and has good recovery speed when he falls behind. That is all good. Height, weight, speed, prospect with explosive athletic traits. Play strength to press and slow release. Adequate footwork to stay in phase with the route. Springy leaper with high point talent. Hunts for the hands to break up catch tries. All these letters and whatnot are all starting to look like the same thing. Can recover and close with an above average acceleration is not bad either. Moving on to the weaknesses here. Below average transition with route break from off man. Overextends and loses his balance sometimes. When opening to chase. Fails to recognize plays developing around him. Multiple busts in zone coverage. Exploited by North Carolina on 3 long completions. Takes inconsistent angles in run support. So, good stuff here. I think that this is an incredible NFL comparison for him. That is pretty significant considering he's almost a locked day 2 pick, but it's kind of how early will he go in day 2? And if he sneaks into day 1, it might not surprise me as much as other people. Moving to the next guy, Darius Rush. This is my favorite cornerback in the class. I don't think he's the best. He's my favorite. Redshirt senior, 6'2", 200 pounds, ran in the 4.3s, 1.51 10-yard split, had pretty good jump numbers, was overall a great athlete. Overview 2-year starter at cornerback after moving from wide receiver. Rush is big, long, and physical. He struggles to stay connected with routes from both press and off coverages, but could improve with more technique work. So, also, very short strengths and weaknesses, though, so it is what it is. Possesses NFL caliber size and length. Love that. Quickly crowds outside, release to the boundary. Plays to his size when challenging the throw. You can look at a few of these and kind of say they're all the same. Like attacks deep throws with timing and accuracy. That you could say that the same thing with challenging. Like he can play his size along with the attacks deep throws and whatnot. Productive tackler on punt cover team. So I had him actually going to, I forgot to tell you guys where Stevenson went, and that is the one I'm actually struggling to think of. Where did I have Stevenson going? I couldn't quite tell you, but I know I had Darius Rush going at number 81 to the Detroit Lions. I really love this guy, Darius Rush. Below average start-stop fluidity, hip tightness prevents smooth transitions, unable to hang with multi-breaking routes, gives ground when chasing vertical routes, struggles too much. Struggles to match release due to elongated steps. So things you can work on and things that can just get better over time in the league. And I think if he can sit behind Cam Sutton, Emmanuel Mosley, and then I had to hit them taking, I think it was Emmanuel, the corner, Manny Forbes in the 2nd round. So Darius Rush should be an incredible player. He'll probably develop into a good player one day, is all I'm saying. And then we'll move to the next 3, which the last 3 end up being defensive linemen. Tuli Tuipulotu, I had him going to the Seattle Seahawks, I think around 45 or 54. One of the two. I love Tuli. Weighing in at 266 kind of just did take away his inside versatility that he kind of was talked about to have. George Karlaftis with just pure size and whatever. The Greek Freak is his NFL comparison, but defender possessing the rare blend of size, strength, and athleticism to line up as an interior or edge defender in both 4-3 and 3-4 fronts. So incredibly rare alignment, versatility with every defensive front. That's what we kind of just talked about there. Enticing agility in short space, athleticism for his size, plays with bend and has agility or ability to elude or challenge blockers. Pops and sheds opponent with twitchy upper body, displays ability to rush with a plan in place. Powerful hips, help drive through helps drive through redirect blocks. Sure. Possesses effective inside run counters, but weaknesses, lacks desired mass inside and length outside. So he's kind of in the middle. So on the inside, you probably want a little bit more, mass, body. You want a little bit more man in there, right? And then on the edge, you probably want a little bit more, length with your arms or just the ability to play a little bit longer than you really are. So Not the longest arms at 32 inches, so kind of do have to play with that. Unable to build momentum when initial move is neutralized, freestyles and loses his run fits, could struggle with contain range and edge defender. I think he'll be a great player at the next level. All things considered, he should be pretty good, and I probably want him to succeed highly at the next level, and I think that whoever drafted him wants the same thing. But moving to this next guy that I really think has a chance, it's Zach Harrison, Ohio State's edge rusher at 6'5.5", 274. This guy's probably not going to go till late day 2, and he might even be a borderline day 2 after reading this, but incredible athlete, by the way. He is the best athlete off the edge in this class. I think that's not safe to say, but there's a lot of great athletes, and I think Harrison is incredible. With exceptional arm length, 36, that's not bad. Uses inside jab step to open outside angle as pass rusher, lays out attack, throwing hand for strip sacks, makes well-timed challenges to bat down the pass, physical traits to help neutralize the run blocks, able to jab, separate, and sit to create a firm edge, good build-up speed when racing in pursuit. Incredible strengths. These strengths are really good, all things considered, but weaknesses, they kind of get bad. Rarely gets on top of the blocker quickly. Pass rush is segmented and gradual, struggles with rush transition and counter quickness, below average mass and strength in his lower body, lacks playmaking, urgency, reach and grab tackler. So not a whole lot to like about his weaknesses, but I think if you bank on the upside of Zach Harrison, I had him going at number 68, I believe, or 67. I think it was 68, though, to the Denver Broncos. So moving on to the next guy who I actually had going so high, I think it was at like 54, with Jervon Dexter. 6'6", 310. You got a lot of upside, a lot of athleticism at 6'6", 310. Only 32-inch arms isn't like the best thing, but Dexter's frequently slow off the snap, which tends to be to have a Dimbo effect on both his hands and positioning in a negative way. So already not starting off well with the overview. NFL ready. Frame and size to entice, has 2 gapping qualities to build on, able to stay square on the line and mind his gap, upper body twitch for sudden block sheds, slides through gaps with upper body turn, size and length helps open protected edge or protection edges, easy transition from ball run or bull rush to swim as a rusher. Damn, cannot talk. But I think that if you you can coach him up, so good. This can be a high-quality pass rusher from the interior. I don't know, how many of you guys really look at his traits and wonder, oh, this guy, like, can be pretty good. He can be really good. So I think he's a little slept on. But weaknesses, slow getting off the ball, lacks explosiveness, will need to develop as a solid go-to move for better pocket threat, allows run blockers to take the action to him, struggles getting into his punch separation in timely manner. Double team takes him for a ride. Content to play under stretch blocks rather than fighting for positioning. So if you can clean up some of these and whatnot, and he can really build on some of his strengths, be a great player. But those are my favorite day 2 defensive players. My top 10, I think. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, so my favorite 10 defensive players from day 2. I will be happy to do this with offense. My number 1, I will give you guys a spoiler right now, is wide receiver Marvin Mims from Oklahoma. But that'll be all for me. Thank you guys for watching. If you want more content like this, I'm more than happy to be doing this. This is based off of just player profiles, just things I like seeing, players I like, tools I like. Like Darius Rush is a real odd one here. I don't think a lot of people really have him high on their boards. I love Darius Rush out of South Carolina, on the opposite of Cam Smith. He was solid. So that'll be all for me. Thank you guys for watching. Like I said, for more videos like this, just leave a like and consider subscribing. That'll be all for me. Thank you guys for watching. This one does have audio input from the good old microphone here. So see you guys next time.